Hello, welcome to Motivational Corner. I done ran across to one of my good friends from the streets to God's heart. This is a young man that really beat the odds against any things that he had been facing. So I just want to let everybody know and giving him the interview. He have so much good vibes to tell you how he had beat the odds that came against him. So share a couple of things about your movie you've made and also the books you've read.
Well, most of my books and the movies that I do is kind of like block based things that I learned throughout living. I've been on here 5 decades now. You know what I'm saying? So I can give a point of view of how to survive the block and go in positive directions. Because a lot of energy comes at you when you're on that block. So I'm gonna give you a couple pointers on how to maneuver through the block and still be on that block.
Wow, you know what really got me when you told me about the situation when you were in a gang and how you have transformed from going to the gang into the service.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. When I'm from Chicago, so you know what I'm saying. You coming out the gate, you know, in uh, in that atmosphere. So 9 times out of 10, whatever block you up on, you're gonna be plugging with those people on that block, whether you in the gang or not. Your ties and your allegiance gonna run to your neighborhood and your block. So gang bang, you really don't matter what you is, you gonna ride with that block because the block is protecting you, and that's how it go.
Wow, it's so interesting because I know that you have this book right here, and I was so amazed because you have two other books that you have wrote, and it's called Private. I don't give a blank blank. I'm gonna leave it to everybody to say it, but I did, and the transitional, and it's just wow. He did this book as well as three other. What is it? Four.
I got three more. I got three more books I run. One called Transformation of a Nerd. That's when I was a youngster, and I was kind of smart when I was a kid, so they always put me up a grade ahead. You know what I'm saying? So I had to interact with kids that was much older than me. You know what I'm saying? And that was kind of a tough transition. So I want to get people out there who are very smart. Don't let those bullies out there try to deter you from being smart. Keep on being smart and being excellent out here, because had I known that the people who are smart is the ones who sign people checks and do things of that nature and stuff. And those people, them bullies, are the ones that go to work for those people, them nerds. I would have had a different outlook on it, but I didn't have that frame and I didn't have that focus, and I didn't have nobody in my ear at that time telling me that I was the one. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that is so cool. So, what can you tell them about this book and then as well as the other book? Just give them a short summary of it, the
Okay.
idea of it,
Mm-hmm.
just in case if they want to order it, you make
Right,
sure you
right.
leave the information. And then, as far as your movie, we're going to say that for last because that's the most recent thing that you did in the neighborhood.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
matter of fact, it was right in the neighborhood over here on Chicago and
Fitzpatrick, yeah.
Fitzpatrick, Southfield
Mm.
connection. So yeah, sum it off real quick about this first book right here.
Okay, well, this one right here, Private, I don't give a
Yeah, hold it up so they can
but
see.
I did. Yeah, that was my transition from the block to the military. And that block to the military, it was a struggle for the P, man. Pokeman had a terrible time with it at first because I was trained on that block, and I had to get a lot of that stuff up out of me. Well, I never got it up out of me, but I had to be disciplined enough to make it through the Army because I didn't want to be a failure no matter what I did in life. I didn't want to be a failure. So that's why I say, Private, I don't give, but I did, but I really did because I didn't want to go back to the hood. I didn't want to go back there a failure and let people know that I didn't make it. I got a dishonorable discharge, and I had to go to back to Snake Alley because I was on the streets before I went to the military. So I was here and there, over here and over there. Well, I'm really not no place to stay. So I had to go back and rebuild, and get an infrastructure on my life for myself. And that's where I started it. And the service is where I ended up at. Yep.
Wow, that is cool. Wow.
And then
Very interesting.
this one also is called Double O Hood. You know what I'm saying? This is the second this is the book that came behind Private. I don't give a but I did. Double O Hood is when I was out there doing my thing, fall line, going all over Germany. I'm all over that boy. You know what I'm saying? Berlin, Frankfurt, Italy. I done went to Italy, France. I done been all in them places, and them fall lines was taking me there. You know what I'm saying? So I was just giving you insight on, my interaction with the Fraulein, which is the ladies over there, and the different places that I went, and how I maneuvered my game from off 69th Street. You know, that's the Inglewood area, Park Mountain, Inglewood area. How I maneuvered my game and my Mac game, and how I interacted with the Germans over there, and became quite cool. And I liked them guys over there. And they, the guys and the girls, they was cool.
Straight up veteran all day. Mm-hmm. What was your role as a veteran?
Well, I was a 64 Charlie, 88 Mike, they call him now, truck driver. So therefore, that's another way I got around town, because I was all over Germany in that big F, that 915. Yeah, that big truck. That, you know what I'm saying, driving all over the different cities, Würzburg, Frankfurt, Kaiserslautern. I was all over that boy, you know what I'm saying? Then I knew all the people that was all over that boy, so when I plugged in them different cities, they plugged me to the clubs, and then they loved the whole hookup, Everywhere I went, I partied.
You learned a lot from all that, too.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that is so cool. You never know who you're going to run to from the streets to God's heart. It is just so a pleasure, a blessing to have this conversation with you. Mm-hmm. And to sum it off, I want you to also let everyone know about your movie and, break it down in short summary, and then give the information if they want to order the book as well as the movie, and let them know the price for it. So, let them know, give them a short brief about your movie.
Okay, this is Pokeman Got Soul, you know what I'm saying? This is a movie about, my family, friends that I interacted with, and also the things that black men we are faced with in society today. Our interaction with the police, our interaction with the Arabs in our community, and also our interaction in our own family, you know what I'm saying? Because if your family structure is not solid, then how can a house divided stay strong? You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you have to put much time in your infrastructure of your family to bring them up so they'll be steady, and they won't run into the problems that you did when you was a kid. So Pokeman Got Soul hitting a lot of issues. I'm enlightening people on knowledge, where we come from, the history, and everything else. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a good look. It's $15, and you got to know me to buy this. It's just not, you just can't plug with me. You know what I'm saying? You got to know me to buy it, because I want to know who is really into this movie and what do you get up out of it. You know what I'm saying? It's not propaganda, it's history, and it's the things that we go through in life as young men and as women too also. So I'm tackling a lot of things in this movie. It's a couple hours long, but if you be patient, and you might have to watch it again just to get everything that's involved with it, but it got some good gems in there that I want y'all to check out.
Wow, and it's basically what part got me is when the police officers was kind of assuming something, and they didn't really know when it came down to your son.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yeah. And how y'all all was able to get together at the end, and they realized that it was like it was all wrongfully accused of something.
Exactly.
And it's just kind of like almost basically what's going on now.
Right.
And things are finally calming down, which I'm glad. Glory be to God. But I am just so glad that you sat down and gave me the time on my venture and my project that I'm working on. It's a pleasure knowing you. I've been knowing you for how long?
Oh, it's been a while since I had the studio up there on Joy Road when you came in and blessed me with your presence.
Oh, my God. You know what? Yeah. It's just so cool because it's just letting me know. I sat down and have a conversation with you, and I felt like, wow, and you told me about you was in a game with Chicago and stuff. I said, wow, you really beat the odds and turned out to do something positive. And I appreciate you. And
well, one thing about it is that I wasn't always a nice guy.
Yeah.
Society would turn you different ways in life, but in my inner core, I am a nice guy. So I had to get back to that. And it was a fight to get back to that, because once you be doing things out there in that world, people won't let you back. You know what I'm saying? So it took me like 25 years for people to just look at me as a respectable man, as a respectable person. Nobody they scared of or fearing, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm coming with love now.
Right. Exactly. So, to sum it off, and I want you to give a positive motivational for the children, the kids that's coming up. Also, one for the adults. What can you say because of all the things you've overcame and where you're standing at now? Some for the children, and then get some for the adults. You touching women and men.
Okay, well, as far as the kids, I love the kids. That's one thing that I be out here doing, because it's for the kids, and if I can enlighten some grown-ups and everything. But we as individuals, as grown-ups, if we get to this age in life where we can look back and have retrospect on life, and then we see these kids out here and we don't say anything to them about how they kick it and how they get down, knowing that their end is coming if they keep on in that way, then that's really the community. Because if we don't have the community coming together to do these different things for the children, where's they gonna go to? They have no roots, they have no foundation, no culture.
Right.
Therefore, my main target is like the kids, because that's our future. You understand?
Right.
So,
right.
And as far as the us as adults, I think we just should, embrace each other and on the things that we're trying to achieve in life, instead of looking down on each other or hating. Maybe don't have it all the way together, but if you give me an encouraging word and steer me in the right direction, I probably will make it, because I'm not a quitter. I'll never quit on anything. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't advise none of y'all to quit. My mom always told me, you ain't never too late to start anything, as long as you got the drive. Are you a driver or are you a passenger?
Wow, I really like that. That was for the adults and the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I want to close out saying, stay tuned, more to come. And it's just so much a blessing that he took the time out with me, because I know so many people, and you never know who you meet. You could be entertaining an angel. So it's always to treat people like you want to be treated, and have an ear to hear. And it's good to get advice from people like him, because he real. He from the streets, and he survived many obstacles. Block. That's it. So peace out. Motivational Corner.
Oh yeah, Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Holler at me there for them books.
Yes, peace. Much love. Love you. Burst the forth with new joy.
Oh yeah.
Peace.
OTK out, baby.